This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Phil Perich, and you are listening to Capes and the Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast.
I love Ben Riley.
No Ben Riley, but lots of Christmas.
Ho,
Ho, ho, ho. Welcome back to the Ultimate Spider Cast, the Ultimate Spider Miss. I am Phil. Joining me as always, the Grinch herself.
Hey y'all, it's Lilith Hellfire.
And her little black heart group, 2 times its size.
Still too small though.
Until Santa brought her a full liquor cabinet, then she was happy. And then the people returned. Speaking of crazy Christmases.
Yeah.
Well, after last week's 70s psychedelic Christmas.
Probably going to be my favorite issue. Spoilers.
You just like Johnny Storm and Bell Bottoms. Admit it.
Hey man. I think I found out something new about myself. But anyway, these idiots in New York during Christmas where Spider-Man's on the loose. Come on.
Oh, that's right. Because we're covering 2 issues today. The first of which, Amazing Spider-Man 314. That's right. It's a McFarlane.
Couldn't do Christmas without McFarlane.
And I don't know if it was running late or if Inferno just pushed it back, but it's from April 1989.
Which means it dropped in January, yeah.
Inferno. But yeah, it like we said, Todd McFarlane artist, David Michelinie writer. You know. And hey, heartwarming Christmas opens up with Peter and Mary Jane being evicted.
It's New York, man.
Well, it's her stalker who owns the building, so down it.
Let's just be real, though. We know Pete wasn't paying the bills, and well, it is what it is.
Oh no, that redhead's booty was paying for this place. Let me tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
Down and out in Forest Hills. So
yeah, this one was it's like, wow, you want to do this as a Christmas story? Okay.
And they start the issue with Lilith Hellfire's favorite thing, paperwork.
Can we just pause? They have a department store called JC Herdling. I'm just like, you couldn't use JC Nickel? Like, JD Nickel?
Is herdling like a form of currency somewhere?
I know, right?
But yeah, so yeah, Jonathan Caesar, Mary Jane Stalker, who kidnapped her a few issues back, basically owns the building and is having his little rat of a lawyer throw them out. Non-binding contracts, action-packed stuff. And
hey, I always said I wanted to see adult situations like mortgages and people paying their taxes. Here we go.
Careful what you wish.
Rated M for mature.
So yeah, then Mary Jane's like, but all my money's tied up in this. And the lawyer's like, maybe you'll get it back in court after a couple of years.
The American legal system. Ain't it great?
Then Peter grabs the guy and like threatens him. And of course, Aunt May's standing right there. So she's like, oh, you guys can come stay with me. And Peter's like, nah, we got a place to stay.
Don't want it to be too awkward.
Yeah. So Peter goes off to find a place to live.
Pete being Pete. It's fine. It's fine.
Yes. And then we get Oh my lord, JC Hurdling, that was your big problem. Did you see the store's manager,
Yeah.
Hal Thurston the Third?
Like, what is this, Gilligan's Island?
Or Island Gilligan? I don't. Hal Thurston, but yes, making his accountant work Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Those rich bastards.
He's like,
somebody's gonna get a Scrooge lesson.
He's like, how dare the calendar put Christmas Eve on a Saturday? Banks are closed.
Me? Is that me? Wait a minute.
I think you're fine with it as long as you have it off too.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, the store owner or the store manager Hal Thurston had to hire a private security firm to like transfer the money to a vault.
I don't think that's how any of this works. But maybe it worked differently back then. I don't know.
Maybe it's 89. There's a lot of more liquid, a lot more
Yeah,
bill,
true.
less electronic. Yeah, and the little Weasley accountant says, it's the 23rd, because the manager's like, this is the 19th Christmas you've worked, right? He's like, nah, 23rd.
Jeez.
But I don't mind, even without overtime pay.
Oh, hell no. Somebody get this man a union.
Someone get Crystal McConnell on the phone. Oh, but then we see the little weasel packing up his briefcase. He's got a little something extra in there for Christmas.
Janie's got a gun.
Right, a gun. So I'm guessing, what is that, the next day?
Yeah.
And there's movers moving what's left of Peter and Mary Jane's stuff. And only twice the normal holiday, right? And then the guy's surprised when he gets no tip.
Come on, the broke kids. Leave them alone.
I know.
Leave them alone.
So Aunt May's getting into a cab, and she says, oh, you guys can stay with me and Mary Jane's teenage cousin Christy, who has the hots for Peter.
Why? We'll never know.
And so Mary Jane says she'll go check. She's going to talk to a lawyer the modeling agency suggested, and Peter's going to go to the Bugle, of course, for assignments. And then what is that? Central Park they're walking by?
Yeah, real smart.
Just in the middle of the night, just begging to be shot.
I know.
Well, he is Spider-Man.
If you say so.
Then he's basically telling Mary Jane, I don't want to, even though we don't have anywhere to live, I don't want to live in Aunt May's house. It's going to make me feel like a kid. I don't want that. Then he hears a scream. Yee!
It's Central Park. Of course he did.
There's a mugging, so he has to get all suited up and swing in all. But then the mugger, who looks conspicuously like the Vulture, takes off until Spider-Man webs him up between some trees. I'm just like, dude, you're bad luck. Not only did you just like happen to mug somebody right by Spider-Man, but you look like one of his like first villains. It's gonna take his frustrations out on you.
I thought that's what Mary Jane was there for.
Hey-o! Phrasing. That's why I love Hellfire's here, people.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative. It's nice. Gets the people going.
So Spider-Man says, oh yeah, hopefully you don't freeze in the hour it takes that webbing to dissolve. By then you'll be in a holding cell.
Just leaves him there.
Yeah, I hope somebody called the cops, because the lady who was getting mugged says, here's Spider-Man homemade macaroons.
They're probably dry and crusty. It is so hard to make macaroons.
I was bringing them to my niece, but I want yous to have them. The niece is like, no present?
Can I get cash? Got any cash?
Got any opening of any cheap apartments? But then at the security firm, remember the aforementioned security firm, the real guards have been tied up. Who's taking their place?
It's a Christmas mystery.
And then Jonah's throwing a Christmas party.
That Scrooge? I don't believe
Well,
it.
he says it's deductible.
Exactly.
Then we see, Mary Jane meets him there, and we see Peter talking to everyone, and he's like, Joe Robertson and his wife could take us in, but they got their own problems with the trial and everything, because remember, Robbie goes to jail. But then Joy Mercado, well, I don't think MJ would
Well,
appreciate
we're not
that.
gonna go there.
Can make some great movie, or it could cause real bad tension in the marriage.
Exactly.
Then for a split second, he considers asking Jonah, and he's like, no.
I'll sleep at Central Park.
And so the last minute, Peter goes to see Flash Thompson at the gym. And I guess he tells Flash the whole thing, and Flash says, hey, he's like, I'm just staying in a back room in the gym here, but hey, you and Mary Jane can have it. I'll stay at the Y.
What a good guy Flash was for a second.
I know.
I missed this Flash.
Well,
I think he's a secret scroll that we just never got around to dealing with.
Well, this is before he got like 20 bouts of amnesia and getting hit on the head, and then, before he got mixed up with that no good Felicia Hardy.
I was going to say, that woman.
That woman.
We're the worst.
I know. So Peter's like, I should feel great, but I feel lousy. But then back at the store,
Meanwhile,
Hal Thurston is like, wait a minute, isn't Don Swaggart usually would be in charge? And one of the guys is like, Don has the day off to spend with his family.
wait a minute, he doesn't have a family.
Right, he's never been married. You'd better call the police. And the accountant's like, oh, why spoil things? And he pulls out his gun, sticks up his boss. It is Christmas. All right.
He deserved it.
All right, so if you've ever read a Spider-Man story, Peter's feeling down. Where does he go now?
He's going to sit on top of a gargoyle, on top of a tall building.
No! He goes to the graveyard to talk to Uncle Ben.
Oh, it's this phase? Oh, God.
What phase? It's always this phase.
Oh, they stopped doing that for a while.
It's talking, instead of talking to my real life aunt about my problems, I'm going to go talk to my dead uncle.
She's an old lady. What can she do?
That's
how they always make it seem with Aunt May. Don't judge me for it.
He's had daddy issues and man pains since minute one.
Yeah.
But man, I swear, how long is that scarf he's wearing? Looks like it's 10 foot long.
It's cold, bro.
I know. Is it really cold with all that hair, though? That McFarlane hair? So then back to the store, we see the accountant. I wanted more than a gold watch for enduring 23 years of tyranny. So he wants all the Christmas profits. And tells his boss what to do with the gold watch.
Well, I would have kept that too.
That's true.
Just saying.
Well, to make it off with millions. What's a gold watch?
I'd keep it.
He's like, take it and stick it somewhere, sir. But then a real security guard comes out and sees the gun. That's when the crook starts shooting at him, and one takes Santa as hostage.
Ugh, your pretty little face is going to hell now.
No Christmas presents for you ever.
Just lumps of coal.
So, assuming they take off in the truck with Santa, as some kid cries, "What about my Transformers?"
Wait a minute, Marvel. I see what you did there.
I was going to say, this is 89. Like, maybe 3 years earlier, this could have been me. And Peter hears the sirens. He's like, "No, not now. Why can't someone else do it?" Then he's like, "Wait a minute. Uncle Ben.
Learned your lesson about that, right?
Ben." I mean, literally, Uncle Ben's tombstone is staring him in the face. I'm like, okay. Sorry, Uncle Ben. Don't worry. I may be mixed up, a little depressed, but I'm still me. So the crooks mistakenly think they can cut through the cemetery and lose all pursuit.
Oh, these crooks can't catch a damn break, can they?
They see Spider-Man hanging off their roof right in onto the windshield. So they crash.
He's upset and he's got some issues to work out. Hope he doesn't break your collarbone.
So these plain ordinary thugs crash, then think, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get out my gun and shoot Spider-Man." Okay.
I mean, honestly, if you don't know about his spider sense, that's the best way.
I know, but I'm like, how many supervillains is he taking? Oh yeah, this guy's defeated Doc Ock on several occasions. Yeah, the Green Goblin. I'm sure my pistol will take care of him.
Hey man, it could have been his lucky day.
Are you feeling lucky, punk?
I'm saying.
So he webs one up in a tree. Looks like he webs another one to a tombstone. And then one of them must have been named Kermit, because the last guy's like Kermit. With Marty, Sid, and Kermit.
Wow.
Which I guess
wow.
I guess Peter just decks him, because the next thing you know, the third one's face down in the snow. Oh, so all that's left is the accountant. Oh, we do get a shot of Spider-Man in the snow and the tombstone.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. He's like, "Next." And the accountant's crying about how all his plans, this isn't fair, it's Christmas, and then wham from behind. Santa hits him with that sack of money. Ho, 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 dirtbag. Should be a Lilith Hellfire job.
I know, right?
And Spider-Man says, "Thanks, Santa." And he says, "Don't mention it. Us heroes have to stick together." So
he's got nothing but sacks of coal in there. The guy's out cold.
Yep. So Peter goes back to the Uncle Ben's grave, because I guess that's where he stashed his clothes. As he's getting dressed, he's like, "Wait a minute, someone else is there? Who?" Well, of course, it's Aunt May. Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
Mary Jane probably sent Aunt May there just because she knew. I mean, we all knew where Peter was going. Mary Jane knew where he was going.
Yeah.
She's probably like, "I ain't sleeping back in no gym."
I need a deleted scene now. It's my headcanon.
I'd rather sleep in this house that smells like old people than smell this gym that smells like
sweaty and gross. Yeah. They didn't even have Axe body spray back then, so I know it smelled extra gross.
Axe. And then I find this odd that Aunt May says she comes here every year. Then she said, "I never told you because Christmas was always your favorite holiday." I was like, wait a minute, how many years?
Well, Peter's pretty oblivious when it comes to Aunt May anyway.
Yes, but it's like, you're not just like, "Oh, hey, she disappears every Christmas Eve. Where does she go?"
He's oblivious.
I know.
She's an old lady. She's probably out getting Christmas goose. Who knows?
Whoa.
That was not a euphemism.
Okay. And Peter thinks how bad.
For a change, it was not a euphemism.
And Peter's thinking how bad he feels now because, I miss Uncle Ben, but hey, other people have feelings too. Aunt May must feel bad too. And he's like,
so oblivious.
And he's like, I'll give her the best gift ever. Me and my wife living there.
Well, she is lonely. Old people do need company.
That's true. So he's like, any chance we could still stay at your house? She's like, yeah.
Mary Jane's like, yes.
Yes, because we see that, Peter, Aunt May, Mary Jane's on the phone with Aunt Anna.
Of course.
Of course. And Christy. And Peter's telling Aunt Mary Jane, he's like, Aunt May's the happiest person right now, but it's going to be kind of hard explaining my comings and goings as Spider-Man. I think one issue he crawls through the basement window. Well, I think he sets up a dark room down there.
Yeah.
Of course, Peter and Mary Jane kiss. And Merry Christmas, everyone. And then
just this one time, everybody gets to live.
Well, then it's like, hey, it's been a year, so next issue, Venom's back. Seems like because back in my day, we only got Venom once a year, and only in the Spider-Man book.
I miss those days. They don't believe in moderation anymore.
Heck, and I'm trying to remember. I think until Maximum Carnage, Venom might have only been in Amazing Spider-Man too.
Really?
I'm for a while. I'd say for the first 2, maybe 3 years. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure because I remember seeing him in Spectacular and Web and everything during Maximum Carnage. I'm just like, boy, it looks so weird. Other people drawing him because I was only used to McFarlane and then Larson drawing Venom. I was like, huh. Yeah, because after he appeared in the Amazing 300, yeah, I'm pretty sure until maybe, yeah, because yeah, he might have been in Amazing up through 375.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
things sure do change.
They did practice moderation back in the day. All right, so the next Christmas issue, Phil and Lil gave to you Spectacular Spider-Man no Peter Parker, just Spectacular Spider-Man 173, because they realized how long a title that was.
It's that's a mouthful.
Mm-hmm. From February 1991, so actually put it out on time that year.
Oh, these idiots.
Oh, Jerry Conway plot and script. David Michelinie again on script. Oh, for pages 6. Oh, so Jerry Conway only did pages 1 through 5.
Wow. He must have been busy.
Busy killing more blondes, huh? Huh, Conway? Huh? Yeah.
Pretty much.
So yes, this one, Creatures Stirring.
And boy, were they. Because it's Christmas Eve, as always. There's a group of thugs trying to mug a guy on a beach. It's like a thing. It's a thing.
On Long Island. Yeah. The one's going all Joker with a crowbar.
I know. And then, that stupid thing emerges from the water. And they're like, yeah, bet you this guy has money. Let's try to break into it. I'm just like, what?
I know. They're like, what is that? Some kind of submarine? Yeah, I think I saw it on National Geographic once. Yeah, I know. Well, they were talking about looking for money for a nose full and stuff, so they're all high on something. So
yeah, but still, it's like I'm not. No, that's just a bad idea. Especially since it turns out Dr. Octopus is in there.
Oh yeah, the door opens. 3 of the 4 metal arms come out and just snap all 3 of the punks' necks, and yep, Charlie Uster's favorite character pops out.
He was overdue for.
Yeah.
He was overdue.
So yeah, he pops out of that, goes up to the boardwalk, and gets into a waiting limousine.
Way to make an entrance. I like it.
I know. But man, this limo driver must need money, because even after Doc Ock gets in the car, he's sweating bullets. I'm just like, he just killed 3 guys.
Yeah, and they're headed for Forest Hills and Queens. So
I guess this was the party limo back in the day, because it actually looks like an actual table back there. He's drinking champagne.
Oh yeah. Now we just have stretched Escalades. So classy. And party buses. So classy.
Mm-hmm. Stripper pools.
Yeah.
And he's looking through a book of photos, and he's got a picture of Aunt May.
Mm-hmm. Now that's the spinoff I really want. Man Otto.
I mean,
The golden years.
I mean, he was hot for her back when she was old. I mean, imagine now that she's like Marissa Tomei.
I know.
Oh, see, this is an issue Charlie Esser would like, because you get Doc Ock, and then this was at the point for Aunt May was dating Willie Lumpkin, you know, the Fantastic Four's mailman.
Poor old Willie Lumpkin. Also, a Stan Lee cameo. Which movie was that? Was that Venom? Where he was the mailman?
Was it that first Fantastic Four? What was it, 2005 one?
Was it? I felt like it was funny because it wasn't the Fantastic Four movie, I thought.
I remember him being the mailman in that first Fantastic Four.
Okay.
And then the second one, he was trying to get in the wedding. Wait, my name's on the list.
Yes.
And
like,
then,
yeah, we got the cover to prove it. We know, Stan. Calm down, sir.
And then I can't remember if he was in that Josh Trank one. So
he almost had to be, but it's a very.
I watched it once and wiped it from my memory.
I watched half of it.
Watched it once when it was first.
Even Michael B. Jordan in skin tight clothes couldn't keep me watching with the sound off. So.
No. All right, so back to Christmas. Oh, Christy's still there. Mary Jane and Aunt May, Willie, Mary Jane, and Christy are putting the tree up. Well, Aunt May's made cookies.
Oh, he didn't have a cameo in that 2015 one.
He didn't?
No.
Oh, see, the man knew.
He knew it was a flop.
Stan the man knew. Even Stan Lee. His own creations. Even Stan Lee is like, I ain't touching that one.
Like, use some recycled footage. I ain't showing up. Anyway, where were we?
So they're putting the tree up, and then everyone's like, oh, hey, where's Peter at?
What's Mary Jane's deal with Christy anyway? I forget.
But Christy's her.
She always seems kind of like pissed off at her.
Well, Christy.
Is it because she's crushing on Peter, or is it something else?
Well, she was crushing on Peter, and then the writers could never decide if she was 13 or 16, and she was like anorexic or no, bulimic. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's what the whole cookie deal was about. Okay.
Yes. Because she was actually eating in front of people. Yeah, and her parents were like basically never around, so it was weird. It was like she was staying with Aunt May for a while because can't trust her near Peter, and then she went to work as a live-in nanny for Harry and Liz, and then she just kind of disappeared.
Yeah. Okay.
Cousin Oliver.
Exactly. And she went upstairs and never came back.
Exactly.
Shout out to all the little sisters on my favorite sitcoms that went upstairs and never came back down.
What was that Family?
Judy,
Family
Morgan from Boy Meets World. Although she did come back in the later seasons, but it wasn't the same actress, I think, or something like that.
And I really never watched much of it, but didn't on Happy Days, didn't Ron Howard have a brother?
He had a brother in the first season, yeah.
Yeah. Just so weird. It's like they never mention him. They don't even kill him off. They just never mention them again.
He was always upstairs in his room,
Oh, Charlie Esser, sitcom limbo. Work on the theory.
So then we cut to Spider-Man, web slinging around the Daily Bugle.
And he sees
those men hassling Santa.
Again, a trio of thugs. They're working in threes tonight. Yeah, they're trying to hold up the charity Santa.
Ugh.
And so Spider-Man swings down to try to threaten them. They're like, oh, yeah, right. And they, see the new billboard, Spider-Man, nature's friend and ours, holding kittens and puppies.
I know, right?
Fire hard.
But he webs them up, and then but the scene is spectacular. Damn Nick Katzenberg.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yep. Gets the pictures, pulls away in his VW bug. He's like, Spider-Man assaults innocent kids out for holiday fun. Jameson will buy this in a second.
And Peter's just like, whatever, Katzenberg. Just whatever. I ain't got time for you.
He calls him a dirty slime licking, and even the Santa's like, that's the way of the world these days. Even Santa don't get no respect.
Yeah.
So,
And then we meet Twitch.
Oh yeah, Nick's
his stool pigeon seed.
That's right. He's like, you got something. He's like, here's where it's funny.
What the hell was this? Like, I'm gonna need Charlie. Remind me to ask Charlie Esser to explain the etymology of stool pigeon. I'm sure he's probably like the only person that knows.
Oh yeah. We'll have to. He should do this whole issue. He should be here for this. So Nick has to pay extra for a hot tip, but he's like, hey, first there's a Daily Bugle Christmas party again. Boy, that must really.
And Jonah is dressed like Santa Claus.
This thing must really be tax deductible because he's doing it again.
Exactly, but seriously, he's dressed as Santa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even Peter's like, no, I've seen everything.
And he gave Betty Brant a crystal bird that he bought for Mary Jane.
No,
like,
oh
no, he shows it to her. He doesn't give it to her.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why would you tease the poor girl like that, boy? What?
I said phrase it.
But, oh.
He didn't give it to her. So he showed Betty. He's like, oh, I scrimped and saved and got this hand carved crystal that Mary Jane wanted.
Man, then the early 90s were weird because you can get those things for like $10 at Walmart now.
I know. So then Nick's making comments
about Mary Jane. I'm like, I would watch your step, sir.
Yeah. I know. He goes, bet you got some sweet treat waiting at home, huh? And he goes, think I could get a piece of Christmas pie myself, Pally? Whoa.
Like, they're nudging each other. And
Peter goes, boom, all right. Until Nick.
Oh, and it shatters her gift.
Yep. And then he says, too bad, but you of all people should know, Parker, pretty birds are cheap.
Damn, son.
So Peter grabs him, picks him up, and like smashes his head into the punch, and then basically just.
He's like, oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Basically just uses him to break the table. He's like, if you ever make another crack about my wife, I'll rip your bloody head from your shoulders.
It's like, okay.
And then Peter's like, oh no, I'm going to lose control. He's like, oh, sorry, Jonah. I'll leave.
Off swinging to Forest Hills he goes.
I love Nick. He's like, is it somebody going to do something? I think it's Betty says,
no.
You ask me that when I'm standing above you with like full glass of eggnog.
You're a jerk and everybody knows it. It's fine.
Well, see, I don't think anything came of this because I think everybody at the Beagle was just like, yeah, it's Katzenberg. I'm sure he probably deserved it.
Exactly.
But yeah, Nick runs out too. He's like, oh, look at the time. My hot tip. So yeah, Peter's riding on top of the bus back to Aunt May's house.
He should have really paid the fare. I'm just saying.
Again, poor kid. Spent every cent on that gift. But then his spider sense goes off. Hey, what's that limo in front of Aunt May's house?
And then he sees it's.
But yeah, then we see Creeper.
Doc Ock being a peeping Tom.
I know, literally looking through the window. Thinking now Aunt May was the only one who's ever nice to him. But
and he's like, I have no place in her life.
She has people. Oh, look, there's an old, she got a man. So he's like, all I can give her is a peaceful, undisturbed Christmas. Oh no, her nephew has other plans, Ock.
Exactly.
He's like, okay, driver, I'm ready. And he turns around and he's just like, you and
face full of web.
Spider-Man has the driver all wrapped up. He's like, that's right, Doc. He's like, I had a bad night, and you're threatening Mrs. Parker is the last straw. So fight.
Then Aunt May comes out. What are you two boys doing out there?
Oh yeah. Oh, Ock rips up a tree, trying to smack him with a tree there.
I love how May is like, how could you attack such a nice man?
I know they both got each other. I know this guy with like these metal tentacles, a police record. He's got his hand around Spider-Man's throat. She's just like, this nice man. And
but of course, we have to end this issue with stupid Katzenberg.
Oh, but editor's note, well, podcast note. Yeah, Auk apologizes and trudges off. And next issue is we covered in way back in February under Doc Ock month.
Yes.
So scroll down.
Way
Almost
down.
here. Yes. And then Aunt May's like, why didn't Otto come in? Why did you drive him away? And again, just like last week, he's like, I'm not sure I'm a hero, ma'am. Maybe on Christmas Eve, no one's a hero or a villain. So yeah.
No, definitely. The roles are still the same.
So once again, he lets a supervillain go on Christmas Eve. Again.
That's the trend.
Again.
Take a drink.
You know,
take a drink of some eggnog, homie.
He'll web up the cheap thugs. You know, those poor guys who can't find work.
They can't make bail. They got to spend Christmas in jail.
But he'll let the rich guy who can afford a limo go.
And a submarine.
Exactly.
Peter. He is a pumpkin eater too. Yeah, that works.
Oh my Lord, there's my Christmas drop. There's my Christmas present. Little thing. Peter.
Peter, pumpkin eater. Just saying.
So yes, the final scene with Nick taking pictures of a big mob meetup. And a man adjusting his rose.
And the lapel of his sports coat, yes.
His rose.
Hello.
But no.
Hello, Megan.
This leads later on into the Web of Spider-Man story, The Name of the Rose.
Yeah.
Because all these crime organizations come after Peter because somehow in the Bugle they mistakenly credit him with the picture.
Dang, Katzenberg just can't catch a break.
He was all.
Or he did it on purpose.
Once everyone starts trying to kill Peter every 2 seconds, Nick's like, oh, whoo, dodge that bolt.
Yeah.
So yes, that was your Spider-Man Christmas 1989 and 1991.
I can't remember. Have we covered Amazing Spider-Man 131?
Ooh, what's 131?
When Doc Ock tries to convince Aunt May to marry him.
Oh no, but we should.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to squeeze that in. We'll have to get Charlie Esther in for that.
Well, we'd have to do Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 1 too, because he took her hostage, and that's kind of where that.
Oh yeah, I mean she don't even know it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first appearance of the Sinister Six. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we definitely got to rope Charlie into that.
It's something Charlie Esther would like.
Yeah, it's a weird theme for Christmas in Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you, let's all the famous supervillains go and what's up.
Too much spiked eggnog, I tell you.
It actually looked like that in this spectacular issue. People were getting high on the eggnog.
A little too much rum.
Take it from the expert.
Hey, turns out hot toddies are actually the cure for the common cold. So the more you know.
No alcohol.
I forget the saying. It's too much hot and not enough toddy or whatever it is. You put too much alcohol in it.
I don't know. All right, should we get out of here?
Yep.
All right.
Swing on out of here.
Well, if you're listening to this, you'll be listening to this in December. So wait 2 days and go join us for the latest installment of Wade's Miss also. We're so in the Christmas spirit. But anyway, send your thoughts on all these holiday Spider-Man tales. And remember, next week we're going to be covering Amazing Spider-Man 420. Noel's favorite Nate Gray.
Just way to ruin a good number with Nate Gray.
Maybe they're like, this is what you should.
They had to be high to put Nate Gray and Spider-Man together.
Do this to read this issue. And also Sensational Spider-Man 24 with Spider-Man and his pal Jimmy Olsen. I mean Billy Walters. And then again, the final week of the year, send your votes in because we're going to be doing the year in review and picking our favorite Spider-Man things of the year. So send in your favorites. I know you're out there. But anyway, send all of your thoughts to capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Remember to check out the link tree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics for all of our social media links, links to merch, links to the YouTube. And the holiday list. The Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks holiday recommendations. I tried to mix it up, have something, a theme for at least one thing themed for each show. So, all right. And remember to support the sponsors, Pod Life the book, go buy that digitally and then print. Go to Amazon. Check out the other sponsors, Hunt a Killer, Tweaked Audio. And remember, it's the holiday season. Whenever you go on Amazon, use the Southgate Media Group link. It'll be in the show notes. It affects you not at all, but it puts a little, gives a little something extra to the network and Master Doom. All hail Master Doom.
Bandwidth, remember guys, bandwidth ain't cheap.
That's right.
Help keep the lights on.
That's right. All right. Lilith Hellfire, where can people wish you happy holidays?
If you nerds want to wish me happy holidays or just yell at me because I'm being dumb, you can find me on the interwebs on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire or Instagram at Lilith Hellfire 69.
Hello, Megan.
Oh.
It's Christmas. Anyway, thank you for joining us once again. Again, only 2 more left in the year. Spider-Cast. 2 more Christmas Tales next week, and then the week after, year in review. What did you love? What did you hate? Spider-Man wise. Tell us next time, and then swing on back.